This video is all about the top 10 loudest and longest lasting fragrances in my collection. All of these fragrances are beast mode and they demand attention. So here's the truth. It's not always just the expensive niche fragrances that project like monsters. Some of these budget options could be nuclear too, and I'll prove it.
Let's do this.
So I've ranked these based on projection, longevity, and sheer audacity. So some of these are still crowd pleasers, but some of these are downright offensive. So I'm going to start with the more approachable loud ones, and I'll work my way up to the true monsters. So let's start with the strong but still killer fragrance. This is Lattafa Khamrah Qahwa. And this one is interchangeable with the original Lattafa Khamrah. This one just has an added coffee note. If you have a friend who's not into fragrances, send him this, he'll be hooked. So now this is an original fragrance by Lattafa, meaning it's not really a clone of anything. However, it is inspired by Kilian's Angel Share. And this one has been so popular that now other clone houses are cloning the clone. This has top notes of cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. The middle notes are pralines, candied fruits, and white flowers. The base notes are vanilla, coffee, tonka beans, benzoin, and musk. This smells like a warm, comforting, boozy dessert, and it's a compliment magnet. So if you look like a broke Fred Durst, but you want people to smell you from across the room and be intrigued by your scent, Khamrah will do the trick. Did I mention this stuff is strong? Khamrah will kick you and make you say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" If you don't have this in your collection, do you even like fragrance? Next, I want to talk about a fragrance that I picked up while I was traveling in Australia. This is Maison Crivelli's Hibiscus Mahajad. And this is by the same house that makes Oud Maracuja. Are you guys familiar with that brand? So this is a rose and hibiscus, like the tea fragrance. So imagine sitting in a beautiful garden of roses, sipping on hibiscus tea, when all of a sudden the DJ hits. Wait, there's a DJ in this garden? Just go with it. This one is super elegant, but it's an extrait de parfum, and you can smell it from across the room. If you want to weaponize this fragrance, spray once on your chest and once on your clothing. Anything more than that, and you're entering biohazard territory. And I'm not even kidding. I could put this stuff higher on the list because it's that strong, but it's a rose fragrance, so it's not quite as obnoxious as, say, like a really strong oud fragrance. But man, this stuff, powerful. Now that being said, some will say this is too feminine for a man's fragrance because it is a sweet rose fragrance.
Is that perfume? It's cologne.
But I disagree with that. This is listed as unisex. This is one of those ones that it might be better on a woman. However, it's so good that a man can pull it off. Think like your Herba Pura or your Baccarat Rouge. This one's gonna be polarizing. Some people are gonna love it and some people are gonna hate it. I really enjoyed this one. So if you're looking for a clone of this, there's Fragrance World's Hibiscus Magic or Cadlage Le Prestige Royal. Now I haven't tried either one of those, and you probably want to sample them before you buy them because this is the type of fragrance that could go really wrong if it's not executed just perfectly. Next up we have Haramain's Detour Eco. This one's fresh, green, and clean. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly's Haltane, and this one is a room filler. Detour Eco smells fresh from the lavender and bergamot in the opening. The clary sage in the opening provides a slightly green, slightly medicinal smell. It smells sweet and rich from the saffron and praline in the middle and smells grounded and woody from the agarwood, which is oud, and cedar in the base. Now the oud is very well blended in this and it doesn't overwhelm the other notes in the fragrance. And this stuff jumps off the skin. If you're looking for a fragrance that arrives 5 minutes before you do, this one's like getting hit by a runaway freight train. This one will keep the mosquitoes away. So if you're looking for a strong, gorgeous fragrance and you don't care about bottle design, because let's face it, this one's pretty bad, this one might be for you. This is a nice budget fragrance and it punches well above its weight. Next on our list of long and lasting fragrances, we have Spicebomb Extreme. This is for when you want to smell like an explosion at a vanilla factory. This is spicy and warm and about as subtle as a fire alarm. So I dropped a travel-sized bottle of this and broke it on my bathroom floor. Needless to say, I got to smell that timeless Spicebomb fragrance for 3 days afterwards, upstairs. And I say timeless because I kept asking myself, when is that smell gonna go away? This is like baking cookies with hand grenades, comforting yet dangerous, like Santa with a flamethrower. The top notes on this are cumin, cinnamon, and saffron, which gives it a spicy aromatic opening. The middle notes are lavender, which adds a touch of freshness and balance. The base notes are vanilla, bourbon, and tobacco, giving you a warm, sweet, and smoky foundation. Are you tired of cheesy pickup lines?
We should mate.
What?
Date! I said we should date.
Maybe you just need better fragrances. If you're looking for a clone of this, there is Nuke 2.0 from Fragrance World. Is that a smoke bomb? So guys, I can't comment on Nuke 2.0 because I've never smelled it, and I've never even heard of it until researching for this video, but the reviews look pretty good on it. Next, let's talk about Game of Spades Wildcard. This is a clone of Lafayette Street's Bond Number 9. And Game of Spades went all in on this one, and they weren't bluffing. So we're getting to the point in the video where all of these fragrances are strong enough to peel the paint off the walls and curl your eyelashes.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
And this might be one of the best clones that I know of that gets the closest to the original fragrance it's trying to clone. This one has a fresh, clean laundry, dryer sheet type smell. This one is a synthetic balm though, so beware. But then again, so is the original. This opens with a very bright citrus and floral notes, then turns slightly more creamy with the apple, vanilla, and ambroxan, and finishes with a warm, woody ambroxan base. So this one is very fresh and very clean, and it projects like a mofo. You put this on your skin and it lasts like 10 to 12 hours, which is crazy. And I'm telling you, 5 sprays on your chest and you'll show up on radar. Oh, and bonus tip, you can carry this around your glove box for protection. It doubles as bear mace.
It's quite pungent.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils.
So this is a really excellent fragrance, and the only knock on this was that it was pretty expensive. So I think I paid about $70 for this bottle. But nowadays you can regularly find it for about $50, and this is a parfum concentration, so I think that's a pretty fair price. And next up on our list of the loudest and longest lasting fragrances in my collection, we have one from Montale. This is an oud fragrance called Arabians Tonka. And this is an excellent, very wearable, very well blended, very smooth niche fragrance. So I was reading about this fragrance on Parfumo in Fragrantica in preparation for this video, and some of the comments on there had me rolling. Things like, "This is the strongest fragrance I've ever put on in my life," or "Wear this if you want people to smell you on the other side of the world." It's known for being a very, very strong fragrance. So Arabians Tonka is known for being very strong. It lasts 10 plus hours on the skin, and it has beast mode projection. So this is super rich, sweet, and very loud in that Montale way. So the top notes are saffron and bergamot. The middle notes are agarwood and Bulgarian rose. And the base notes are tonka bean, sugar cane, amber, white musk, and oak moss. So this is a nighttime, wintertime, special occasion type of fragrance. And when you spray this DNA across your chest,
Really?
you immediately feel like class and royalty. So this is a fragrance that I really love and recommend, and if you're looking for a clone of this, there are some top-notch clones. So there's Kadlaj Kar's Secret Musk, there's Riff's Memento, and there's Al Haramain's Amber Oud Dubai Nights, and that one's a personal favorite of mine. So these are all excellent clones of Montale's Arabians Tonka. So next up we have Royal Night by the Woods Collection, and this is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad, and this is for a very particular clientele. Think about the guy who owns a private jet and yet steals the hotel's robes and shampoos.
I'm taking this.
So this fragrance is aggressive. You don't wear Royal Night wears you. And this will get reactions from strangers, and it could be lust or disgust. This is that type of fragrance. You have to be in the mood for this. For me, this fragrance is like gasoline. I really like the way it smells, but I just can't imagine a circumstance where I want to smell like that. The top notes of this are agarwood, which is oud, amberwood, and birch. The middle notes are agarwood again, leather, and incense. The base notes are rose and raspberry. So this fragrance smells like luxury and aggression. So you do get a little bit of fruitiness underneath the oud, but it's like that oud just elbowed all the other fragrance notes out of the way.
And for the future, you came on a little strong.
Oh, and when you make a decision to wear this, it better be a well thought out decision, because this one will last through a shower. I wish I was kidding. Next, let's talk about a fragrance that has a special place in my heart, and the fragrance I was thinking about when I started thinking about making this list. This is Mancera's Red Tobacco. And the way I would describe this fragrance is, imagine if you had a pouch of fresh tobacco leaves, and you opened up that pouch and they were still moist inside, and you just buried your nose inside that pouch of tobacco leaves, and you inhaled deeply. That might approximate sort of what you're getting with this fragrance. And the smell of this fragrance is like a cigarette's mating call. The top notes are cinnamon, agarwood, incense, saffron, nutmeg, green apple, and white pear. The middle notes are patchouli and jasmine. The base notes are tobacco, Madagascar vanilla, amber, sandalwood, gaiac wood, white musk, and Haitian vetiver. So this is a love it or hate it fragrance. I love it and my wife hates it. So to get the vibe of this fragrance, imagine sitting in a car on a hot day with the windows all rolled up, chain smoking Camel Unfiltereds. Yeah, this has that kind of energy. Now some fragrances will entice you with hints of tobacco, or they will intrigue you with tobacco notes, but not red tobacco. Red tobacco pretty much punches you square in the face with that blast of nicotine goodness. So I don't think most women are going to want to smell this on you, but damn are you going to feel like a boss. So there are several good clones of this, including Maison Alhambra's Exclusive Tobacco and Paris Corner's Cheruto Mysterious Tobacco. Now they're also trying to clone Carolina Herrera's Mysterious Tobacco. So I don't think they actually clone either one of them perfectly. And for me, I would rather get this original fragrance. I think this one's pretty special. So this is a really great niche fragrance, and this can be found sometimes under $70. I think right now Aura Fragrance has this on sale for about $68. And that's a screaming deal for a large bottle of a niche fragrance. When you consider that small bottles of designer fragrances cost more than that. I think it's worth actually getting the original on this one, saving up a little bit more, skipping the clone a bit and getting the original fragrance. Now we're getting to the fragrances that assault the senses when you spray them. This is French Avenue's Spectre Wraith, and this is a clone of Kilian's Black Phantom. So I'm gonna add a disclaimer and say that for me, this stuff is pretty awful. It triggers like a gag reflex, I can't stand the smell of it and I can't be around it. However, the reviews of it are not that bad and some people seem to really enjoy it, so it could be just a personal preference thing. But some people seem to agree with me. Take this Fragrantica review, for example. If someone tells you this smells nice, ignore them. I think this is the worst fragrance I've ever smelled. So this one to me smells like burning garbage. Literally smells like burning plastic doll heads. And I think I just unlocked some past childhood trauma. And I'm not kidding you, this stuff, when you spray it, it lasts in the room for 2 to 3 days afterwards. It's pretty rough. But let's go to the note card and see what that says. The top notes are rum and spices. The middle notes are coffee, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. And the base note is sugarcane. Now those notes, they sound lovely. But for me, I think something got lost in the translation. Now French Avenue Fragrance World, do not come for me. You're literally one of my favorite clone houses, and when I see French Avenue on a box, I know it's gonna be high quality and worth owning, but this one is just a huge miss for me, and it could be personal preference, but yeah, I really just don't like this one. So to be fair, it could just be me. So for example, sometimes somebody thinks sushi is disgusting while somebody else loves it. Neither person is wrong, they just have their personal preference. So to sum it up, for me, Spectre Wraith is powerful, long-lasting, projecting, and disgusting. That's not a great combo.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So there are 2 more fragrances in this line which I enjoy much more than Spectre Wraith. This is Spectre Ghost, which is a clone of Nichané's Ani, and this is Spectre, which is a clone of Matière Premier's Falcon Leather. I like both of these a lot more than Spectre Wraith. Both nice fragrances, especially this one. So of these 3, Spectre Ghost is my favorite. It's a very nice vanilla fragrance. It's a top tier clone and I highly recommend it. And finally, at the top of our list for the loudest and longest projecting fragrances, this one's a biggie. It's been one of the top selling fragrances for like the last several years. This is Dior's Sauvage. So this is the Eau de Toilette version, which I've had for a number of years, and I must have liked it when I bought it, but it's just a fragrance that I no longer enjoy. So this fragrance has evolved from an EDT to an EDP, a parfum, and now it's in an elixir form. But it's a fragrance I've kind of avoided because I just got kind of like tired of this one, and so I never really keyed into the new fragrances as they came out. Because this is one of the best-selling fragrances, for the last 10 years, this has been a staple around the world. This is one you'll smell when you go out in public. And there's a saying about this one, Dior Sauvage, when you want to smell like her ex. And that's probably true because her ex probably wore this, because everybody wore this. So this may only be the EDT version, but it's still a monster performer. Some might even say obnoxious. The top notes are Calabrian bergamot and pepper. The middle notes are Sichuan pepper, lavender, pink pepper, vetiver, patchouli, geranium, and elemi. The base notes are ambroxan, cedar, and labdanum. So I probably don't need to explain this because everybody's smelled this, but it's a peppery, clean, metallic scent. This is a bro fragrance. It's like Axe Body Spray's fancy cousin. And did I mention it's nuclear? This one will scare children and the elderly. So Dior Sauvage is at the top of this list of longevity and projection for a reason. This one lasts longer than a Fast and Furious film festival. And like those movies, I stopped at the first one. And that's my list for the top 10 most aggressive, loudest fragrances in my collection. From refined bombs to beast mode monsters. So what do you think? How did I do? Let me know down in the comments. And be sure to let me know which fragrances in your collection you consider to be nuclear. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.